when to start because it says it's preparing the stream and then, but
Okay.
whatever, we'll get there. We might start a second before I actually introduce, but
Okay.
whatever. And there we go. We're live, and I don't like to see my face, so I'm bringing it up, so it's not distracting. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. So we'll just dive in.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm so glad that you're here. You are going to be so glad that you're here. I'm Kim Sorrelle. I write, I speak. I get to do lots of fun things in life, but my favorite thing to do is to meet people. And I get to meet some of the coolest people. And today I have with me Heather Marianna, who is amazing. Like you're going to be astounded by what this woman has accomplished and what she has done and how many people she helps and how she gets things done. It astounds me. And she is all about heart and love and purpose. And so we're going to connect. We already connect on so many levels. And so I just want to start, Heather, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, thanks so much for being here. Okay, so Heather, I really want people to get to know you. So
Okay.
I would like you to tell us about 8-year-old Heather.
Oh, 8-year-old Heather. Well, I grew up, my grandparents raised me. So I grew up by coastal. I was very lucky. My grandparents had a place in New York and a place in California. So I was a city girl at sometimes and a city girl, a beach girl sometimes. I still am very much a beach person. I love the beach. I'm actually thinking about going on a little weekend trip with my dog next weekend to Shutters at Santa Monica, just get a little rest before the big Emmys event. Um, I wasn't really, I'm still not into sports, was never into sports. I like to play my Barbies when I was 8 years old, and I had an actual bedroom in my grandmother's house, and it was Heather's Barbie City. It was all the Barbie stuff. And I remember I had a sign on the door that said Heather's Barbie City, keep out. But yeah, yeah, that's pretty much, I mean, I loved to play my Barbies when I was 8. I loved the beach. My grandmother put me in beauty pageants and I hated it. She gave me
Like,
4, and then I just said no more.
oh, funny. Yeah. So did you summer one place and winter another? Like, how did that work with school for you?
I went to school. I went to private school up in Northern California. And when I wasn't in school, we would be in mainly in New York.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fun, fun. Which, if you're going to be in New York, the summertime is the best time really to be there.
It is. It really
Yeah.
is. I've been wanting to get back there and do like an Airbnb for like 2 weeks and just like take the dog, and just like
Mhm.
take him to the parks and all that stuff. But then I wonder like because I don't know how he would do with the noise. He's very much like me. He likes quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, funny. So when you were a kid, did you have some big dream where you like, when I grow up, I wanna?
Oh yeah, when I was little, I wanted to be a lawyer, and I did go to undergrad school in preparation for that. Um, and I used to have this like little desk, and I used to play court with my friends, and I would send everyone to jail. I used to want to be a lawyer so bad. Yeah, when I was little. But honestly, my grandmother, like the way she raised me, like it was, I was not told I couldn't accomplish anything. So I think a lot of time in conversations with people, even nowadays, I'm just like, well, just do it, And people are like, well, I can't. I have all these obstacles. So I'm gonna turn my phone off. And I'm like, no, you really don't. You just have to decide.
Yeah, yeah, and then just go for it. Yeah,
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. So true, so true. Yeah, there's so many people who aren't really living their dream, right? Because sometimes you get into a career and you go, "Gosh, I'm not really liking this, but it's paying the bills." And then it takes some courage to make a change, to make a switch, and
Yeah,
yeah,
I think learning how to pivot, especially in like today's climate, just the world and like, stuff's more expensive and all that kind of stuff, just learning how to pivot and doing multiple things, I think is really necessary, and people identifying what do they really love. Like I always say, like to my clients, with the brand coaching and stuff, and when they come to me for, I'm going to start this brand. And I'm like, well, why do you want to start the brand? Like, what do you love about it? Like, what is one thing that you can talk about forever or,
Mhm.
make that, your passion into your work? It's somehow, you know what I mean? What
Right.
would be your full-time job or your side hustle or whatever, I mean, there's people that love to like make designs on cups, right? On the weekends, and they're pulling in, an extra 80 grand a year on Etsy, it's
Right.
possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So true. So true. But so you wanted to be a lawyer, but then you ended up not going to law school. What did you do?
I went to grad school instead. So when I was in college, I started my first business. It was a staffing agency, and I made a lot of money with that company. And I could not go to law school and leave that company in the hands of just my staff. I thought I could, but when the cat's away, the mice will play, they say, so
Right.
I could not go to California for law school. So I went to back to I went to college in Indiana. I went to University of Indianapolis, and I did grad school there while running that company at night.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. No wonder you are who you are, Heather, because you wear so many hats and you do so many things.
Oh yeah.
So, so your staffing company, and then after grad school, what happened? What did you do?
Um, I had some stores. I did pet accessory boutiques. Um, Always loved animals. Didn't have one, but I knew pets was a great market. And now I'm obsessed with my dogs. But did pet accessory boutiques, and then in 2010, I made a resume, and everyone was like, "You're like, who's gonna hire you? You've always worked for yourself, right?" The only job that I had had besides running my own companies was in college at Hooters. So
Yeah.
I made a resume, and I just, and then I got an interview through a headhunter, and I moved to Vegas in 2010 for a corporate job. I'm a numbers girl, and it was your typical numbers job, profitability, looking at contracts, negotiations. And I had that job for a couple years here in Vegas. And then in 2012, just the grind, like the corporate grind and traveling, it was just not for me. The money was amazing. And I was traveling so much, and I literally saved every dime that I made. And then I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. What should I do? And all of my friends were like, you need to make the beauty products that you used to make for us. I had always made my own skincare, soaps, sugar scrubs, all that stuff, like all forever. Like I would make it for people for gifts and stuff because I just love doing it. And so I launched Beauty Kitchen, and we went straight. Most brands want to go like D2C, direct to consumer. I wanted to just be a wholesale brand because I wanted those bulk orders. And I got my first building to make the products in, ended up having a factory for like 10 years. Well, more than that, I closed it last year, and bought into a new one. And just did the brand. And then that's how I started with the gifting lounges,
Yeah.
by being a sponsor for 10 years, with that brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and your brand's done great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We do a
Yeah.
lot of wholesale. We've, really slimmed down the SKUs that we have, and we wholesale right now. I wanted to move more into last year. You know, when you do something for so long, right? And you just don't love it anymore.
Hmm.
Like I got to that point with the brand, and I was like, oh my God, it's October. Like, here we go. Pumpkin spice season. Let's roll out the pumpkin mask again, And
Yeah.
honestly, like I found over the last 5 years that my niche really was not in me creating more products for my own brand. It was really helping other people create their brand and helping them get to market and connecting them with all of my amazing people that I work with, whether it be Amazon or distributors or 3PLs or whatever. So I really wanted to move out of the factory owner life really, really bad. And last year it all came to fruition, and I got to close, move equipment over somewhere else, get rid of stuff. And I'm telling you, it was the best decision I ever made because now I'm a partner with someone that has a already established factory and I can send them clients and I don't have to deal with all those employees every single day.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's
It
so
really weighs
must.
on you when you're doing like a lot of things. And sometimes you have to look at all the things and go, one, what are the things that are making me the most income that I'm enjoying, not just income wise, that I'm enjoying,
Mhm.
and what's really like taking away my joy or, like I was driving to that factory and I was like literally crying. I was like, I don't even want to be here. And I was like, the answer will come, the answer will come. And then I just get this random phone call and then everything worked out.
Yeah. That's so cool. That's so
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. And what a freeing feeling it would be.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a lot, like because I decided to, I mean, I'm one of those people like I go all in. So I was like, okay, we're closing. I have to ship equipment. I have to get rid of stuff. I have to do get out of these buildings, by a certain day because I had the whole parking lot of buildings, okay?
Yeah.
And and I was like, okay, so not only did I decide to do all that, I decided to move into my house the same week. So
Oh,
I'm one set of movers moving my house, one set of movers. It was insanity for like 2 weeks,
oh
but it
my
was
word.
done. It was all done, and I was so happy. And now I have a pool because I didn't have a pool at my old house in Vegas, which is absolutely a prerequisite here. You have to have a pool.
It gets warm there. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it was like 115 yesterday.
Oh my word, 115. Yeah, that's scorching. That's you don't even want to go away from air conditioning kind of heat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like a little too hot even to get in the pool. I was like, and then I did get in, and then I was like on Sunday, and the pool water was like warm. It's like a bath. Like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Not
Yeah,
even
it's so funny. Yeah. I've got a place in Florida and it wasn't 115 when I was there last week, but it was like 95. And yeah, I thought, oh God, I'll get a little refresh, go in the pool. And same thing. It's like I might as well be in a bathtub. There might as well be bubbles in here. Like it's, there was it's still you could swim, whatever. Like it's still something, but refreshing probably was not what it
yeah,
was at all. So
yeah. I was
yeah.
thinking of like maybe starting like doing like nighttime swims or like really early in the morning, like after I get out of my sauna. And
Oh,
then, but I'm like, okay, I have to like switch my schedule around a little bit because I'm like very big on my morning routine.
yeah, yeah. Well, and that's kind of the thing is trying to fit stuff in, right? Like
Mm,
you have this life and you're used to doing these things kind of in this order. And
yeah,
and then you want your time that's your own and whatever, just kind of fitting it all in and rearranging and figuring it out.
yeah.
Yeah. So then because of your beauty products, you got involved with the gifting suites.
Yes.
Yes.
So I always say, and this is like my famous line, like before influencers ruined everything, you used to be able to just tweet celebrities. And I remember I was just like tweeting every single celebrity, DMing them, because back then they actually saw your messages. And I was like, oh, you have to try this sugar scrub, this anti-cellulite, sugar scrub. And I had so many celebrities tweeting about it. It was like insanity. And then I got referred to this woman, Doris, who ran the #1 celebrity gifting lounge during Emmys and Oscars weeks. And I got on the phone with her and I was like, oh my gosh, like I knew it was very expensive, for me at the time, and like it was a big investment. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I want my products in the hands of, celebrities and I want to, get more media. And this is the spot to do it, the way she explained it. And so I did it. And after the first event, I couldn't believe like the media I met, the celebrities I met. So I just said, I got to be at every single one of these events because I realized quickly when I kept coming back is really when you build the relationships with people because they see you over and over. And so I made a deal with her, and I sponsored with her for 10 years. Uh,
Wow.
what, 20 events? Well, probably more, actually more, because she also did the gifting for the George Lopez golf tournament, and I did that. So 3 events a year with her. Um, and then in 2022, she tragically passed, and I was kind of asked to carry on the torch. And honestly, I really didn't want to, but selfishly, I was like, okay, like I know there's a lot of other events like this, but none of them really held a candle to Doris, like the way she ran it, the level of service she gave the sponsors, it was like our little like gifting family. We love to see each other every couple times a year and 2, 3 times a year. And so I took it over, and I always say the universe has my back. I got lucky because the strike happened after planning the first one. So I actually looked at that as a blessing because I got to really perfect things and write down everything that me as a sponsor wasn't so, I don't want to say like not happy with, but things I would change to make them better, improve on. And I did that over that time. And then the event was just spectacular. And they just keep getting better and better. Just adding more ROI and value for the sponsors, more media. I had a great call with my publicist, Anthony, yesterday that's handling, the PR portion of the event. And we're like 7.5 or so weeks out, and we already have over 65 current working actors and actresses on the RSVP list. And we're going to have, again, like 150. We have 50 media outlets that are coming, and we've got great sponsors. So I'm really excited. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So for people who don't know what the gifting suites are, explain what they are and why people are so excited about them.
Yeah, so I feel like, it's a great marketing avenue, right, for your brand. So many people, for me, like knowing doing these gifting lounges for so long and now being the producer, there's so many avenues to market your product, right? And so many people hire a publicist and they pitch them to media and they, do all these things. The gifting lounge for me was really like a one it's a 1 day event. Well, the night before is the sponsor meetup, but because I added that because I like to see the sponsors get to know each other and they really start to do business with each other, which I love. But it's a 1 day event. There's over 150 celebrities. There's 50 to 70 media outlets that all the sponsors get to meet personally. Whereas you get to get their information, you get to build a relationship, see about collaborations, talk to them one on one. They take photos with your product. It's really like a 1 day mega PR event, really. Like when I was doing the gifting lounges as a sponsor with Doris, I had a publicist, right? And I was paying her a lot of money, and I was able to not pay that money because after 4 or 5 events with Doris, because I was already meeting the people, the media people that she was pitching me to, and I was getting more deals done myself by meeting those people and staying in touch and creating those relationships. So I would parlay that media into TV segments. I got my products through people I met at the gifting lounges on The Housewives, Vanderpump Rules, Southern Charm, MTV. A lot of the, celebrities that come also are working on their own projects. I would send all my products, to their set decorator, and in hopes that, things would get on air. I mean, my stuff's been on the morning show, like so, and I didn't pay a dime for any of those product placements because it was all people I met through the gifting lounge. So for me, the gifting lounge is a great way to meet people, connect, and really do a lot of business. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's so cool. And basically what it is it's the Thursday before the awards.
Hmm.
So in the fall, it's the Thursday before the Emmy Awards. And there's a lot of people with a lot of product. And
Hmm.
then there's a lot of celebrities that come and you give them, everybody gives them their stuff and he has opportunity to talk to them. But the celebrities walk away with a lot as
Yes.
well, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, and you just meet people. And I've known a couple people who have done it and have absolutely loved it. I'm excited. I'm going to be there this September. It's going to be so fun.
Yes.
And uh but they've loved it because it is just a great way to network, to meet people. And people are people all over the world.
Yeah.
There's some people that have big audiences.
Yeah.
And and if you have something you believe in that you really want to see in the hands of multiple people, tons of people, getting it out on social media is the best way, and getting it out on social media with people who have a following is the best way, really,
Yeah.
to get it out there to be seen. Be seen.
Yeah, real and you really do make genuine connections like at so one of my Oscar sponsors, excuse me, she's coming back for Emmys. She does fundraising. Her name is Stacy. I think you know her. Do
Oh,
you know
Stacey's a good friend of
yeah.
mine. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so she met Kelsey Scott at my event. And
yeah,
then now they're working together. And then it's I love hearing those stories. Like it'll be months later and somebody will go, "Oh my God, my product is going like to Cannes or doing this or whatever." And they're not even charging me because I met them at your event. And I'm like, that's what it's all about, you know?
yeah,
It's all about that. I mean, I've had people get on podcasts from people they met at my event, get extra media. Like we deliver a lot of media with the event to the sponsors. You know, our last event got, millions and millions of media impressions. Like we had like 1,300, I think, posts on Instagram in one day for the sponsors, like 27, 35-ish placements. We hit the cover of every search engine, but it's just it's about for me, it's about connections. I always say collaboration over competition always. And the more everybody works together, the more we all rise, right? So if I can put people in rooms with their products to help not only get themselves but make connections, then I'm going to do that. And I'm just every event, like I said, just gets better and better.
yeah, yeah. That's so cool. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and obviously a great value. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, so it's exciting, so exciting.
Yeah, I
And
can't wait for you to meet all the other sponsors too at the meetup the night before because that's just like to me that's my favorite part because the day of the event I'm in my dress and my tennis shoes running around, you know?
yeah, a little
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
Yeah, and it starts early. Your day starts awfully early that day, right?
oh
It
yeah.
goes
Oh
long.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I go to LA on Sunday before the event. I usually do 2 days, just chill somewhere, you know.
Mhm.
Then I go to the host hotel on Tuesday. Setup begins on Wednesday. The event's Thursday. And then that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I have a mastermind I have to do in LA. So I'm
Oh,
gonna
wow.
stream.
Wow. Yeah,
But
which by the way, you have this other thing going too. So let's talk about that. Talk about your camp that you
oh
do.
yeah, I can't
Yeah,
manifest.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I started doing women's retreats because I'm really good at events, right? And I was like, okay, well, let's do something where women can really come together and really make really good lifelong connections. Manifest their best life. We have great speakers. We do different locations. The first one was in Malibu this year and then Sedona. I'm going to be doing, I just revamped the website. It's more luxury because I'm going to be moving in 2027 to doing 2 day resets, which I'm going to talk to you about because I want you to come to the one in January. 2 day reset, Saturday, Sunday, like just reset, unplug, get your sound healing, do some yoga, listen to some great speakers, all the foods included, it's just come. And then starting in April, May, and I already have that location, which is a secret right now until like I announce it. That's going to be we're going to start 4 to 6 day retreats done for you, lodging, airport transfer, like the whole thing. Like literally just get to the airport and you get on the luxury shuttle to the location at like 3 o'clock, you know.
Yeah.
Um, that website is campmanifestretreat.com. So if anybody wants to go, sign up for the newsletter and the wait list, I'm going to be announcing a lot of stuff over the next 30 days. I'm really, really excited.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Well, and you, Heather, your events
Mhm.
are all top notch, and they're
Thank-
all pampering. Like the women that go to the retreats, I feel,
Oh,
I'm sure, just so pampered, right?
because of my affiliation with so many brands through Oscars and Emmys, week, because my event is not, an Emmys or Oscars event. I have to say that I don't want to get
Yeah.
sued. Thursday
Yeah.
before. Um, but we do these crazy swag bags for the girls that come to the retreats. I mean, it's insane. Like I still have mine full up there from Sedona.
Mm,
It's still full. It's literally this big, full, over 60 products, full size things, like
mm,
$300 face cream, eye patches, candles. They got a bunch of snacks too. They get, fancy water. They get, their shirts. And then, we have the shirts made for everybody. In January, I'm having hoodies made for everybody, and they'll get pajamas as well, like satin pajamas. Um, it's really, yeah, it's top notch. I mean, I'm really a detail-oriented person with anything that I do. So the details really matter, and you want people to leave going, "Oh my God." You know,
yeah.
that
Yeah.
was that was so great.
Mm,
I mean, people are still posting their swag from January because there was so much stuff in that bag. They're like,
wow.
just found this. And I like reposted. It was Catrini Skin. They're like 200 and some dollar, like it's my favorite cream, by the way. I'm obsessed. A cream for the bags, and Karen just found it from January and posted it. And I was like, you're gonna be addicted. But yeah,
You'll
there's
never turn back
so
again.
many things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just because I'm lucky to work with so many great brands, on so many different levels, whether them be sponsoring one of my events or just doing donate in-kind donation, for the swag bags.
Right, right. Yeah. Well, and it's because of who you are that because you are pro-woman. I was talking
Yeah.
to somebody about this the other day, how we need to join forces more. Women do. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many cases of women not supporting women.
Or
And
saying they do and then they don't.
right, right, right.
That's the worst.
Yeah, exactly. You're feeling like they're in competition, and it's not a
Yeah.
competition. We all
No.
get to live our own lives, right? We're all separate individuals. We're all uniquely made. We're
Yes.
all one of a kind. And so we should be rooting for each other and
Yeah.
supporting each other. And so I love that you do this
Thank you.
because women need it. First of all, women need the getaway. Like we need a 2 day, a 4 day, a 6 day, a 3 month time,
Yeah.
whatever it is, but just to go and feel pampered, feel loved on and rejuvenated and ready to hit the ground running when you get home again and is so important. And so it's for you to put that together for people, I think is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I feel like, one of the things that people, I think, often overlook just in relationships is we all, like you said, we're all living our own life, right? We all have our own stuff going on, and we all do a lot. And sometimes the reason that, can't manifest materialized is unless it's like put in your face, at least for me, like, okay, this is what's happening. You're forcing yourself to take those 2 days. Like you
Mhm.
don't really plan it, right? Like you're like, oh, do I want to spend the money or do I really want to go there? Or why do I want to just go sleep at a hotel when I can just take a break at my house? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You really do need to get away, and just curating these, retreats where, again, whether it be 2 day reset or like 4 to 6 days, done for you is just so important because we really, really need to unplug. And the connections that the women make, I mean, we have a WhatsApp group with all the women that have attended, and they're all hanging out and meeting each other and going on things together. Like after January, a bunch, like three of the girls met up in Sundance. Didn't even know each other before they met at
Yeah.
now they're all friends and hanging out, and that's what I love to see. That's the whole
Yeah.
point, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, and that's a whole nother thing is where do you meet friends after a certain age? Like, where do
Correct.
you meet friends? And you can have friends at work, but
Yeah.
they're kind of work friends, and you
Mm,
can develop relationships. But then people retire and realize, nope, those were work friends.
yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
necessarily stay in touch, right? Not
Correct.
people you hang out with, whatever. So where do you meet people? And what a wonderful thing. And with our globe, the world that we live in today, it doesn't matter where you live. You can
Yeah.
be connected from wherever because you
Oh,
can.
we've had women come from other countries to Camp Manifest.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And that, yeah. So you can have friends anywhere. So you can make the relationships that it doesn't matter. And and another thing I love about it is everybody knows they're there for the same reason, right?
Hmm.
They're there
Most women come
because of what
alone.
it is.
Most women come alone, you
Yeah.
know. I actually encourage that, and my first luxury retreat that's coming next year, the Done for You. There's private rooms and then there's one room that has like those fancy kind of like bunk beddy kind of things. It's like I'm calling it the troop cabin.
Yeah.
I'm encouraging people to like not do a private room and do that because you want to have that like slumber party vibe. I mean, how long has it been since you've had a slumber party? I mean, you know,
Right.
and like your friends come over and you like watch movies and like, I mean, come on, I haven't done that in forever, you
Right.
know?
Right.
And
Right.
when
And talk and
just
talk and
come
talk.
into town, it's like, okay, we're going to dinner and then we're going to bed, you know? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's so true. It's so true. So yeah, I love that. That is a great idea. Yeah, yeah. And so it's a great gift for people to buy, for husbands buy for your wives, right?
oh,
People to,
100%. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm going to be
yeah,
announcing the January stuff very soon. I have a couple meetings today that I'm going to get done for that. The January dates, I definitely want you to come speak. So I'm going to talk to
yeah.
you privately
Love
about
it.
that. I've got some great practitioners already like, yes, 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 like great speakers. I've got just ideas out the wazoo. I've got somebody that has like one of those giant sound bowls that you get in.
Oh,
You
oh,
like your whole body is in the sound bowl, so that's definitely going to be on the agenda. Morning yoga, all the delicious food, free time, people like to have free time, because I do a lot of journals in the swag bags. Um, and people like to reflect on like after the classes, the practitioners speak and just kind of take down their notes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. So what about you? Where is your retreat that you get to go to? Or, because you're there working, right? I'm sure you enjoy it, but you're there working. So what is your getaway?
Okay, so I do basically nothing every weekend, but I'm thinking about, like I said, going to the beach next weekend with my little doggy, my 2-year-old. But usually on the weekends I really like recharge. I do travel a lot. Most of it's work related, but I try to stay like an extra day or so if I can. I'm finding that August is going to be filled with massive amounts of day trips to different cities for meetings. But I don't know, like my retreat, I don't know. I'm always working. I like to work, but I do like to rest on the weekend, if that makes sense. Like I'll get
Mhm.
in the sauna, I'll do my Pilates, I'll throw a movie on, maybe take a little sleep gummy at 2 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah.
And going back to what, everybody's dealing with stuff, and people know that are close to me, I have a 20-year-old dog and he has dementia right now. So I'm not getting a lot of sleep these days. And I really can't travel a lot right now because I only have one sitter for him
Mm.
because it's hard, I mean, when you have barking 24/7, like you're not going to have people just begging to watch the dog. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
for me, like again, before Emmy's going, a couple days before, staying at like the Ritz-Carlton Marina Del Rey, I mentioned that to you, just
Mm.
going for a couple days, going to the pool, not really looking at the phone. I'll deal with everything Tuesday with the events. And then, doing the mastermind after the event. And those are all amazing people. And to me, that's like a retreat, because they're the coolest people on the planet. And I just love getting to see them, and it's going to be at a cool hotel, and we're all going to listen to speakers and stuff like that, so that'll be great right after the event. and then
Yeah.
maybe I'll do something. I know in October I did book a fun trip up to Monterey with Weston. It's actually a retreat for dogs.
Oh, really?
So he's
Oh,
gonna get to go play and it's right on the beach, so I'm gonna
oh, fun.
stay 2 days. I'm staying like 5. Um,
Yeah.
so that'll be fun. So I try to do extra things around work, when I can, because I already know I have the sitter for Baron, who's older, and I can extend it a little bit.
Yeah. What a great idea. Okay, so there's a couple things that you talked about. One, you have a 20-year-old dog,
Yes.
and Baron, who is has dementia, but and you love so much and you take care of.
Yeah.
There aren't a whole lot of dogs that ever live to be 20 years old. Like you are
No.
the best dog mom ever to
I
have a
make all their
20-year-old
food.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only had the food basically that I make him. And then there's one kibble that's like a vitamin kibble that I give them. But especially now, because sometimes I feel like his barking can be food related, so I always have that in his bed so that he can get to it. But yeah, I mean, 20 years old, just had his blood work done. All organs are perfect, all blood is perfect, like no signs of any kind of disease. And I'm telling you, dog owners that are watching, it's the food you give your dogs.
Mm.
It doesn't take any more time to meal prep yourself than it does to meal prep your dog. I mean, you can even get just like a rotisserie chicken for the lazy days. That's what I did yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's all about the food. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Well, good to know. And there's more available now too on that.
Mhm.
Like, when I was growing up, nobody talked about making their dogs food, maybe feeding
Yeah.
them from the table, scraps
Yeah.
or whatever, but nobody
Yeah.
was talking about that. And now everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
And there's some great new manufacturers that have come along too, that if you
Yeah.
don't have time to buy or to make your food, there's some really great food that you can buy, but
Yeah.
or make it makes
I think if you
sense.
make it, it's maybe an hour or two a week, but it's actually more, and if people think it's expensive, it's actually more inexpensive, I think, to make it than to buy that already. Like even like fresh pet is good. I have friends that do fresh pet, you know.
Mhm.
It's whatever your schedule allows, but I meal prep myself, so I just do the chicken or this a couple extra steaks or whatever, for the couple days for the dog. But I'm finding that my 2-year-old dog, Weston, he is a veggie guy. He likes the veggies. So I have to get like carrots, snap peas, green beans, like broccoli. Like he'll eat 70% vegetables more than he even eats meat. It's
Mm.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Work.
he's a health food
Right.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the other thing that you talked about that I'm so impressed with is your boundaries.
Yes.
Because when you're self-employed, it can be so easy to just keep working.
Hmm.
Or even on the weekends, well, yeah, okay, I'll do that. I'll get things done. But you have definite boundaries that
Oh
you
yeah.
set, and your phone, you're not answering work calls, you're not doing that. And a lot of people would love to be in that position. And I think anybody can be. It's how you organize your life. And
Yeah.
and people should have boundaries. So I'd love for you to talk about, like, did you always have boundaries, or is it
No.
something that you figured out?
Yeah. I never really did. I was always that, yes, we'll do it. I can help you, person to the point of regret. Like, why did I say I was going to do that?
Mm.
Like, I got to take care of myself. And I started setting small boundaries, later in life. And then when the dog started with the dementia, and I realized, okay, I got to get real serious about what's taking my time and what isn't, because working on lack of sleep, some days with him, because he has his good days and bad days and good weeks and bad weeks, I was like, okay, what's a priority and what isn't? What can be handled over email versus a phone call or a Zoom? And then on the weekends, I tell even my clients, like I always take Saturday off. Sunday is my reset day. And I don't really take a lot of calls on Sunday. I will if I need to, but that's my reset day, like cleaning, all the laundry is put away, my fridge is restocked, everything is done because I like waking up on Monday with an extremely clean house and stocked fridge and all that stuff. That's my reset day. But yeah, Saturday is non-negotiable. It's like mental health day. I'm not looking at my phone. I put it on silent. Sometimes I'll put my phones in like a drawer and just like, turn on a dumb movie. I mean, people that know me know that I love shark movies, so
Oh.
I'll look and find like the latest shark movies and just watch like two stupid shark movies when I'm in the pool on my outdoor TV or whatever. Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
that's so funny. That's so
Yeah.
funny that you love shark movies. I
Yeah.
remember seeing Jaws as a kid.
Hmm.
And I grew up, we had a pool when I was growing up, and I was afraid to get in the pool because of Jaws. I just thought
God is a
coming
good
out of the filter is going to be the biggest shark that's going to eat me at any second now. Like the bathtub scared me. Like I was afraid of every water, I think, after I saw Jaws. I don't know if you even could drink water after seeing
one.
Jaws for a while. So here you are in your pool where a shark could come out of the pool at any given moment. And it's bad.
I actually watched over the weekend I saw it on Instagram and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna buy it." It was called Water Park Shark. It's about a sharks that get into a water park. So stupid, but so entertaining, and it was so great to just like laugh for like an hour and a half. And I was like, I can't believe I paid $10 for that, but it made me laugh so hard,
Yeah.
Good escape, you know?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah.
Park shark. I didn't even know that existed. I'm gonna
And
have
it
to
was
look it up.
like, I found myself kind of fast forwarding a little bit like to the shark scenes because like they had an actual movie plot, and I was like, no, they don't need a plot to
Oh, that's so
That
funny.
made it even funnier, that there was an
Yeah.
actual storyline to Water Park Shark,
Yeah. Yeah.
or attempted storyline, let's say.
Yeah. Well, and it's fun to watch and laugh at those cheesy
Yeah,
movies. I mean, they're
yeah.
a little, whatever, because of probably not going to happen in real life.
It's kind of like people watching reality TV, right? They watch it to like escape and just, I
Yeah.
do I do that with shark movies.
That's so funny. That's so funny. I was just in Disney World and they do the outdoor movies, and the movie that was there was oh gosh, um Teen Beach Movie. Is that what
Oh,
it's called?
cool.
Teen Beach Movie, I think. And
Was it
it's sort
old?
of a spoof on beach movies, or
Oh,
on the old Elvis Presley and whoever beach
oh,
movies
okay.
that used
Okay.
to exist, right? Where everybody breaks out into song on the beach,
Oh, okay.
whatever. I think that's what it's called, Teen Beach Movie. And so then last night, my daughter, because I'd never seen that movie before, and I loved it because if you haven't seen it, I mean, you probably like watching it in your pool. It'd be much like watching the shark. And so anyway, she brought friends over to my place and we watched Teen Beach Movie 2.
Oh,
So they did make a sequel. So maybe you'll get a sequel to the Shark in the Water Park.
Water Park Shark. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And it was funny because I saw the movie coming up on Instagram, right? And then I went after I watched it, a post came up about that movie again, and I went to the comments immediately, and everyone was like, "Why did they have a storyline?" And I was like, "That's exactly what I said."
Oh, that's so funny.
I was
Yeah.
like, "At least we have the same opinion."
Did you ever figure out what the storyline was, or too much skipping to even know?
Yeah, there was no it was an attempted storyline. It was like the mayor and some retired football player that was like trying to get his life back together, so he starts working at the water park. Like,
Because that's what retired football players do,
yeah,
is
they
they
go work at
work
the
at
water
water
park.
parks.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, the movies, there are some crazy movies, but it is great to just have a laugh. Like laughter is the best medicine, they say, right? And it really is just, it's so good for your soul. And
yeah,
especially everything you're going through with Baron, you
yeah.
need to laugh, right?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
sometimes like he'll just be barking. He's at the sitter now because I was not about to miss this and not be rested. But sometimes he'll just be barking and I'm like, oh, like,
Yeah.
and he fights, I can't give him like prescription medication anymore because about a month ago, I think because it makes him so drowsy, which helps the barking, right? But he hurt his leg. So
Oh,
for 2 weeks, he couldn't walk. I had to like hold him up to use the bathroom all
oh,
through the night, every 2 weeks. Like he was going to the bathroom in my hand. Okay, guys, that's how bad it was.
oh,
And
geez.
so now I won't give him the trazodone or I think it's called Glitapan anymore because I think he was so drowsy he hurt his leg. So now it's like CBD only. and that only works sometimes. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a crapshoot with him, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I try to consistently give the CBD, but yeah, I'm too scared to give him the prescription stuff anymore because I'm quite certain that's how he hurt his leg. I mean, there's no other way. I mean, he was probably wobbly and got up to pee, and I mean, he could not walk, but he's back on four legs now and pretty good on the four legs, I shall say. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm not messing with that again. Because that 2 weeks of holding him up like 5 times a night to go to the bathroom, because he's old, so he has to pee a lot.
He's an old man. No
Oh my God, I'm
kidding.
not doing that.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can kind of picture you doing that. And
He was like trying to squat, and I'm like, come on, just let it out. I
yeah,
got you.
yeah, yeah. And get it over with so I can go back to sleep.
Exactly. But I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean,
Right.
I mean, he was just
Right.
basically peeing on himself in his bed, so I had to keep washing and changing the bed every day, and it was a lot. So now that he's like actually getting up and going to the pad and squatting on his own, no more trazodone. I'm not going through that again. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding. No
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I love it. I love that you have boundaries. I love that you have set your life up in such a way that you love your life,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you find joy in the things that you do. Because
Yeah. I
that's,
think I
go ahead.
think
Yeah.
sorry, not to interrupt you. I think that's the main thing that people, as you get older, you got to like what you do. I'm grateful that I get to work with the most amazing brands and people that sponsor my events and the women that come to Camp Manifest. And I'm lucky, because even just as short of a time as of last year, when I was in the process of closing down and buying in and doing all the stuff with the factories, I was not a happy person in my workplace. I mean, in that aspect of the workplace. So sometimes you have to really sit down and go, what's working for me? What's not working for me?
Mhm.
And how do I want to design my life? Because I always tell people, and I always say this, you can literally start over at any age. Look how old Kris Jenner was when she created. I mean, she was already, I think, in her like 60s, right? Early 60s or something. I
Yeah,
mean, she's living
probably.
her best life right now.
Mhm.
And you can do it at any age. You can pivot. You can say, listen, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do this.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, and when you're doing something you love, when you find joy in it, and if you're, there are people that are in a job that's what they need to be doing right now, and
Yeah.
maybe they don't love their job, but then love your job. Figure out a way to love your job. Because
Yes.
when there's joy in it, first of all, it makes getting up on Monday morning much easier, but it
Yeah.
makes the days go by better, and you're going to do a better job
Yeah.
when you find joy in it.
Yeah, and like you may hate your boss, but maybe you have like the best coworkers or you
Right.
have a great view outside of your office and you're like, okay, I can take 5 minutes and like look at this awesome view, and I always say like gratitude goes a long way. Like be grateful for stuff, like, grateful, I'm grateful, when Baron is embarking, I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be like, okay, universe, we're gonna have a good day today.
Yeah.
It's the small things sometimes,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
make a difference. A big
Yeah.
day, like one little thing.
No kidding. Yeah. Yeah. I've got this friend in Japan, Ken Honda. Um, Everybody in Japan knows him. He's just this amazing guy with this amazing message and helps so many people. And his mentor had, I think they were making cookies and candies or something in this factory. And he had playing in the background children saying, I'm going to butcher the word, but arigato, 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 whatever, however they were doing it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It's expressing gratitude. And his business boomed. Like they call him the Warren Buffett of Japan.
Oh,
He
wow.
passed away, he's since passed away, but he was so successful. And he also had this practice where he tried to say thank you. He tried to say it 100,000 times a day,
Oh my
which
gosh.
seems unfathomable, but but he just always had it in his head. It was just kind of always going and down the elevator and to the car and, whatever. It was just thankful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just read a story uh, because of that. There was somebody that wanted to borrow money from somebody, and they said, "Tell you what, you after you say thank you 100,000 times, come back to me, and then I'll loan you the money." And by the time they were done saying it 100,000 times, they didn't need the money anymore.
That makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah,
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 there's gratitude, yep, goes a long way. And really just deciding, like for me, like I just decide what's gonna happen and then it happens. I have my whiteboards right here. I find that if I write down, like this one says August goals, other action items for Emmys, like the money I want to like make and save and invest for the month of August. And I find that if I put it on the board here, and I look at it like consistently and I think about it, there's always it finds its way. Like yesterday, I had a random meeting thanks to my assistant who went to this convention, and I was like, you know what? I'll take the meeting there in Vegas. It was not at all what I thought it was going to be. It
yeah.
was better. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
this is crazy. You know what I mean? So the universe is always working in our favor. I always tell people and vibrate high, and that's why I love your book. And I loved it. I read it. It's actually right by my pool right now. Well, it's not by the pool, it's on my chair
Yeah,
and not in the heat. Because the wind, things blow into the pool, so I put everything on my chair. But universe is always work. So like when you vibrate, one of the things I loved about your book is the frequency of love, right? Love is the highest frequency for vibration for you to be a universal match to abundance. Love is the frequency of abundance, whether so I always tell people, you notice when you're in a relationship, right? And you're in a relationship, like everything seems to be working out, because you're vibrating on that love energy and the universe is matching you. So, you know, being grateful, doing things like not letting things bother you, not getting involved in drama, whatever, you just keep it moving and stay in your lane, you
mhm.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's another reason that, I was super successful with my line back in the day, my sugar, the anti-cellulite stuff. Everybody was doing it, but I stayed in my lane. I
Mhm.
didn't look at anybody else's posts. I didn't look at other brands, what they're doing, because you can't copy. You got to do your own thing, you know?
Yep, yep, yeah. You're so good. You're so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so happy that we met. I'm so happy that I know you
Yeah, I
because,
can't wait to hang out. And I'm hoping you can come to LA a couple days early and
yeah, yeah.
meet
I'm
me.
gonna look at that. That would be so
Yeah.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. Yeah. So Heather, what is the greatest piece of advice that anybody's ever given you?
There's a lot. My grandmother always told me, um, don't worry about what people think. And
Mm,
I think when you really stop giving a, for lack of a better word, shit about what people think about you or what you post or what you're doing or what you're wearing, it changes your life. It really does. Like, I don't really care, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Really care. Like I had this like, for example, really like hot dress and I was like, "Ooh, I look hot." Because I've been working out and I felt like, "Oh God, I look good." It's not something you could ever wear in public, but I was like, hmm. So I posted on my story and I actually had two people go, "Oh my God, I can't believe you posted that dress." And I was like, "I don't care. Working
Good
out.
for
And
you.
I feel like I look good. So if you don't like it, don't look at it."
Exactly, exactly.
Like stop caring what people think. And there's always going to be somebody who has more, less, whatever, doing stay in your lane and focus on your stuff. And what is it? Like I said, I would just live in your own little bubble because all this other noise, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That noise over there isn't paying your rent. That noise over there isn't paying your car payment. That isn't paying your mortgage, Stay in your lane, and just focus on yourself and don't care what anybody thinks.
yeah.
Get it. And another piece of advice that I like to give people is get up and show up on the social media. Stop worrying what people think and what you look like, and your hair has to be perfect and this and that and that. Just do it. Say yes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, because you are the marketer of marketers. And so that's great advice for people who need some marketing done. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, you're just fantastic. One thing that I want to make clear to people that are watching this is they're going to watch this and they're going to go, she's talking about, well, later in life, and she's talking about, well, years of this and that. When did she start? Because she looks like she's 25 years old. And
I'm 48.
yeah, which is amazing because look at you. I mean, you look
Oh my God,
fantastic.
48. I know I do look young, but it's not good for the dating because all these young guys want to go out with me and I'm like, what am I gonna do with you? I could be your mother. So,
Yeah.
but no, I'm 48 to everyone. And I started my first business when I was 20, the staffing agency, and I had that business for quite a long time. And I basically started that business because somebody asked me to be like a staffer, and I was like, I'm not going to get paid $12 an hour. I'm going to just go start my own. And people thought I was crazy, and I did it.
So
So-
good. Yeah, it's always nice when people tell you you can't and you go do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I've
feels
been working a lot of years. So looking
yeah.
forward to retirement, hopefully a house on the beach in Mexico. That's
Oh,
the
oh,
or Kenya. I love Kenya.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Off
Nice, nice, nice.
giraffe, that sounds great.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding. The dogs would love it,
Yeah.
probably. Make
Yeah.
new friends. Yeah, yeah. Well, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate it. How can people get in touch with you? How can they find you?
So Instagram, Heather Mariana, Marianna. And then you can go to all my links are actually on my Instagram, campmanifestretreat.com. Sign up for the newsletter on there. Exciting things are happening with that. I'm just so excited. And I'm actually the Camp Manifest on Instagram. But if you go to Heather Mariana on Instagram, you can find all the links because I have many. So
Perfect.
go there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So great. So great. Yeah, thank you so much. This is just, it's been so great to just talk to you and hear all the incredible stuff that you're doing and feel your heart and feel your love and know that that's what it's all about is loving people, loving on people and
Yeah.
enjoying what you're doing and being grateful. So thanks for sharing everything you shared. I so appreciate it.
And thank you for having me. And I will see you soon.
Yes, yes, we will. Yes. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. If you know somebody who this episode would be great for them to listen to, pass it on. Let somebody know about it because we all have that, right? Those friends that we go, oh, geez, I wish I was listening to this with somebody, or I wish somebody was listening to this. So pass it on to them and share the love and subscribe and do the things and enjoy life and go love somebody today. And I just want to say that until we see each other again, I pray that you keep your heart open and you live your love loud. There we go. That's
Yay.
the episode.
Yay.
Yay.
Doesn't
Yay.
even seem like an hour.
Yeah, I know it went by so fast, right? I mean,
No,
yeah,
right?
it's because you're that good.
Ah,
That's why
thank
it
you.
went by that fast. All right, I'm
All
gonna
right. Well, I'm gonna go get some coffee.